There you go, bro. Monday, 24th August, probably 20 to 5. Massive day at school, staff meeting. Rice cakes covered in butter. As a little pre-dinner snack. I don't think I've really stopped all day. Boom, first up maths. Boom, second up year 9 PE. Had a bunch of these peanuts that were like all misbehaving last week, so I'm like, right, put them in one group. And they like split the games up. I'm like, righto, well, I'll play with them. So I was like literally in the game, right in there, getting them actually doing the game, which they did. I was like dripping in sweat at the end of it. An 11 rank, touch, ref in that, running around backwards. Then finish off year 9 AFL, running around with that. And then now, walk in the door at 4:45. Go to like a PowerPoint for the first lesson tomorrow. They're doing this assessment. So I've got to step them through that with differentiation. And then after that, soft cross literally right after that. And that's annoying. I might try and like organise something like that. And like the back of the head thing. So and there's always like COVID cases coming up now as well around Brisbane. And I was literally just talking to my mentor teacher then. Before I left, she was saying that a lot of our students sort of get the train up to Brisbane, Logan, where they're that area where it sort of hit Mount Cravat, Indooroopilly, I think. I don't know, I haven't turned on anything. Oh. So yeah, so they're actually talking about how they're going to work when they go online again, because they can just see the school getting shut down. But hopefully that doesn't happen until next week, so I actually finish off this prac. I've got 4 days left, and then Monday next week. This will have the prac done, and they're in lockdown. Yeah. Then even if they do go into lockdown next couple of days, you think the prac people would be like, oh yeah, just do what you can for the last couple of days, sign off sort of thing. So I think with 4 weeks and a bit out of the 5 weeks done, should be alright. I don't normally stink GoPro. I could actually smell myself today. Might have to get some better deodorant. I'm zoned, man. I'm literally running on fumes. Got so much work to do before anything. Might do one more of these. Shower, shave for tomorrow. Got like rice and tuna for dinner. Quick, easy. Decompress on the net for about half an hour. And we'll say maybe 6. Maybe 6:30, so we'll go boom, 6:30 to 7:30. Just smash lesson plans. And 7:30 cruising to bed. Stuff around the net for an hour. 8:39 out. Up at 5:30, 8 hours sleep. See you tomorrow, bro. There you go, bro. Just walked in the door, buddy. So we're doing Tuesday, 25th of August, 2020. Feels weird, 4 days left of the school. Exhausted. So I figure if I do a plank and I look at your time, do about a minute or so plank, that's enough for today. Exhausted, GoPro. Kind of cool though, because one of the other teachers, not one of my mentor teacher, she's come up to her, she goes, write your email down on there. She's like half sneaky about it. She goes, write your personal email down there. I'm good friends with the deputy principal at Pacific Pines, and they were saying, and she was saying that they're looking for more male teachers for next year in the phys ed department. So I'm like, okay, smithodona@hotmail.com. So that's handy, GoPro. I don't know about anything about Pac Pines. I had a friend that used to live there once, but I don't know anything about the school. But her sort of doing that sneakily kind of means that they're probably chatting, and the other one's like, and she was probably like, well, this prac teacher, he's super awesome, his name's Jason. And then she's like, yeah, give me his email. So it's kind of cool. It's so weird, like, I was told that at the start, like even our uni lecture, even like other people were like, you kind of use this as a job interview. But in my head, I'm just focusing on like doing lessons plans, teaching, doing my assignment, doing the GTPA. Not actually thinking about trying to get a job. Does that make sense? That's 2 minutes ago. Like I've heard of like other teachers, you get offered a job after your prac and stuff. It's literally just not something I've been thinking about. Like it was mentioned to me about this school as well. Like, put in a word. And then this Pac Pines one. But just, I don't know, maybe I've got so many other things going on in my head. I haven't even like thought about that really. Because in my head it's like that's so far down the track. I've got GTPA, I've got learning supports due, I've got research project, I've got other assignments, I've got other visual presentations. I've got all these other things. The teaching's that's next year. But maybe we should get organised, GoPro. There you go, buddy. Hey, GoPro. Just walked in the door, buddy. Wednesday, 26th of August, 2020, 4:15. Just did 30 minutes on a 3% incline, level 10 at the treadmill, dripping. 3 days left of this school prac, GoPro. Fair day today, fair day. Had a year 11 rep, which was pretty full on class when they're doing touch footy. And my mentor teacher was away today. So I was like, okay. So I was trying to run like 2 games of touch footy simultaneously. And it seemed every time I was repping one game, the other game would stuff around, and then vice versa. And they were trying to, I don't know whether it's that age group, I don't know whether it's because I'm a mentor teacher and the actual teacher wasn't there today, but I felt they kept trying to push me. Not push them physically, just like, we'll do kicking on the last. No guys, no kicking. We'll take our shoes and socks off. No guys, leave your shoes and socks on. We'll have our shirts up. No guys, leave your shirts on. Just seemed to like be everything. And it was surprising, it was kind of like normally the decent kids, like not the rat bags and not the quiet kids, but the decent kids usually tended to be annoying today. I don't know if that is. It almost seemed like the rat bags usually with the teacher weren't that bad today. It's like the ones you usually control and kind of chilled out, and the other ones sort of took over their spot. I don't think I'm ever going to understand teenage kids, GoPro. first lesson tomorrow morning. So hopefully she'll be there. If not, I might just have to be a little bit more stern with these kids. They are a tough class. And then get through that first up tomorrow, then I've got a break, and then I might be doing a maths in the afternoon for year 8. And then Friday, I've got like a assessment lesson, 9s, and year 8 assessment as well. And then yeah, weekend, then basically just pracs on Monday, and then we're finished. Got some good work done today on the GTPA, the assessment bit, so I'm doing moderation maybe tomorrow if Katie actually wants to come to school, or maybe on Friday. But yeah, really sort of nutted that out, kind of know what I'm doing, where I'm at. It's a massive psychological thing. This 5-week prac, you go into it not knowing anything, now you go out, yeah, you're a teacher almost. I kind of feel like I'm a teacher. Pretty crazy. Let's get out of here, GoPro. Let's have a shower. Oh, hey, GoPro. Today is Thursday, 27th of August, 2020, 3:40 p.m. I finished school, work, uni, whatever you want to call it. What an unbelievable day for behaviour management. GoPro. Had a year 11 rec early, touch. They were okay, but then in period 2, apparently one of the kids I had in my class shaped up and tried to fight a teacher because he thought he called him a nigger. And this was obviously a non-Anglo-Saxon student. And then at lunchtime, the 425 gang thought it'd be a cool idea. I can't even say it with a straight face, GoPro. Apparently there's a group of kids that call themselves the 425 gang. And their cool idea was to graffiti the toilets with the 425 tag, which they thought was really cool and funny. And then one of the other teachers got a rock thrown at her head. And then when she tried to say something, he was like, "Oh, it's because I'm black, miss, isn't it?" And I was like, oh, but it's okay, I'm indigenous." Oh, wow, GoPro. So when they're in the staff room telling me these stories, and in my head, like I had the first lesson, year 11 rec, touch footy, and they were pretty full on. And in my head I'm like, oh shit, yeah, pretty bad today. But then after that we got rocks, fighting people, and the 425 gang. I don't even know what 425 stands for, GoPro. If it's the postcode of Coomera, that's going to be the stupidest thing in the world. Like 4425 or something. We are the 425 gang. We don't laugh, GoPro, about these things. I think you go crazy. And then like my mentor teacher, we had this like year 8 maths class at the end. And they were just off chopped. And she goes to us at the end of the lesson, she goes, oh, have you got any suggestions? What do you think? I'm like, well, it's like every class, it's like a different student stuffing around, which makes it really hard. So the kids that were shit yesterday, no, 2 days ago in that class, were good today. And the kids that were good were shit. And that just seems to be the perennial thing that keeps happening. And I'm like, well, at least that one and that one, they were okay today. But you have to send that one away. And she's like, oh, have you noticed, standards behaviour slipping in your 5 weeks? And I'm like, I've only been here for 5 weeks, but I think you're right. I think my first week wasn't the shit that's been going on this week. Then one of the other teachers, she was like, oh, well, Thursdays are always the worst day for behaviour, and term 3 is always the worst day for behaviour. .425 gang, rocks gang thrown, N-words. Wow, go, bro. Wow is all we can say. Get through tomorrow. Get through Monday. And we'll write a 20,000 word thing about behaviour management, I think. What do? You eat dark roast peanut butter. Go, bro, that's what you do. Yeah, buddy. Friday, 28th of August, 2020. After 4. I'm zonked, GoPro. My eyes feel weird. I feel like I'm getting run down. Always one of those things where I've been going so hard for the last 5 weeks. It's almost like I feel that I'm like towards the end of it. It's almost like my body's like, oh yeah, now we can relax. Now we can get sick. There's a couple of girls at work too that are a bit sick. They've had like last couple of days off, done like the corona tests and stuff. So. But then they were at work today, like all coughing and stuff, sneezing. So I wouldn't be surprised if I get even just a bit of a cold or something. I feel alright, just like run down. One day to go, bro. It'd be better if you finish now on a Friday afternoon. Monday's a big day. 3 prac lessons, 2 year 9s, 1 year 11. Just to finish off our last prac. You'd be proud of me, GoPro. Just went to Dan Murphy's to get my mental teacher a bowl of wine, a bit of a thank you. Jason got nothing for himself. Got a lot of work still to do to go for before we can have a celebratory drink. It was close though. We got that Glenfiddich Fire and Cane for only $75. That would have been the go. Bunch of those Game of Thrones ones for only $90. That would have been the second option. where you go, bro? It might be windy out here, a bit dusty. We've been watering all afternoon. That was most of the time we got, bro. Let's talk to you tomorrow. There you go, bro, buddy. Saturday, 29th August 2020, 6:05 AM. Just did 10k lap of Hope Island, 1:05:06 or something. So I've done that 4 weeks. That's not shaking up. 4 weeks now. That's my slowest time. Kind of makes sense because I feel just. So we did. I think our first time 1:04, last time 1:02:40, last week 1:02 flat, and today 1:05. Mind you, still got up at 4 AM. I went for a 10k run, GoPro, but just, yeah, wasn't straight out. My knee was kind of sore. It was almost like my first couple steps, knee just went click, click, and I was like, ooh. Because I kind of felt it during the week, because I was reffing a bunch of touch footy games with these year 11s, and I was sort of like going back and forth. I think I might have tweaked it a little bit doing that. That was annoying, and then I almost felt like I couldn't get a decent stride happening. Maybe it was the shoes, because I'm like, oh, I won't wear the trail shoes, I'll wear the road shoes. But then I think they're on their last legs, GoPro. They kind of had them almost a good year. Put them through the paces, like they're the shoes I've done the GC50 and the Dust Till Dawn, the Brisbane Rail Trail, probably about 10, 20k runs, a couple 50s, and then these 10ks. So I think they're just gone. So I'm not really getting much response from the shoes. So I think we've got to look at doing another decent road pair of shoes. That sounds like an excuse, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, well. Oh. Get up at 4 AM and you run 10k's on a Saturday morning while it's still dark. And now you're like, okay, now I've got all this uni shit to do. And then I've got to do 3 lesson plans for Monday, which is my last day. It just so happens that Monday is like the busiest day for my mentor teacher. So we've got Year 8 Maths, Year 9 Phys Ed, Year 11 Rec, Year 9 Phys Ed. So 3 practical lessons. And then spend a week doing the GTPA. And this other assignment that's due on Saturday as well, for learning supports, which I should have done that ages ago, but just haven't done that one. Yeah, I can see myself maybe doing a bit today, maybe not much. Might just cruise through today. I think if anything, I just want to finish off the section of the GTPA that I'm on, which is like the planning section. So I can have that actually finished today, I'll be happy. So I've just got to finish off the unit plan, like the unit outline, and then like the data that I would use. Because in the second section's the actual teaching, which I can do, just put the lesson plans in and talk about it, and then it's the assessment, and then it's appraising and reflecting. I think the main one's probably the one I'm doing, like the big planning one. So that's kind of like the big one, get it all done. And then we can go from there, I guess.
So today's the end of day 30, whatever, week 31. Tomorrow, week 32, being a bum. It's kind of weird too, because we've got one more week now in here to finish off this uni thing. And then it's back to sleeping in the car down at Kira. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I know, mate. I'm not too excited today. I wish I had something I could give you, mate. It's just a mental, it's all just a mental thing now, GoPro. I think that might be why the exhaustion too. It's like having this such a build up for these 5 weeks, final prac, GTPA. And now it's done. It's basically one day, Monday, and then that's it. I think that's it. It's like just take a breath, but then it's like, well, no, you got to do the 2 assignments. So maybe Monday afternoon after school, I don't know what, but just something just to take a moment. Might even just drive to the beach. Check out a sunset or something. Just take that moment, like, oh yeah, and then move on. I didn't sleep well last night, that might be in it too. Kind of in bed early, like 6:37, up at like 2, tossing and turning for a couple of hours. Yeah, this is not exciting at all, GoPro. See you, buddy.